When I came to the Goodwill, it was I was actually had just got released from prison. I was had just served 12 years. I wasn't in there 12 years, but 9-year sentence, and did 9 years of a 12-year sentence, a federal sentence for crack cocaine distribution. I was actually in the United States Marine Corps, and I was in the Marine Corps from 1990 to 1994. Well, when I got out of the military, it was just really not very many opportunities in the area that I live in. It's a relatively small area, but I was raised there, and I figured, coming out of the military, I would have kind of chances, and I got out of there and really just got wrapped up with the wrong people. I started hanging out with a bunch of people that were, selling drugs, just doing all those types of things. And because I was lack of money, I was like, okay, this was what I need to do. And that was kind of how I got involved in crime. I had seen it growing up, avoided it, did everything I could to avoid it. But then I ended up, when I got out of the military, it was kind of like, I progressed into that, turned into something that I didn't want to be. Because I had seen many people, get out of prison and go back, and it turns into kind of a revolving door for them. I just was like really worried about my prospects, because I was a first-time offender. I had never been in trouble before, never had anything happen, and the first time I get into some trouble, I go to prison for almost a decade. So it was very disheartening for me, because I just didn't know what kind of opportunities would be there for me. I mean, I only had a high school diploma, and I had been in the military. So I really didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't think I was gonna be able to get a good job. And then even when I was looking for jobs, it was kind of, even my military background didn't really, I won't say it didn't matter, but people looked at it, but it was always kind of like something menial. And I just didn't want to do it. And I got lazy. And that's what made me go into that lifestyle. It was a poster board on the wall at the halfway house, and I saw the name, and it said, it says something similar to like helping out veterans. And I was like, well, I'm not homeless, because I saw the description, and it said the Homeless Veterans Reintegration. And all I saw was reintegration and veterans. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna call this guy. And so I called him, and that's kind of how I initiated contact with the program. Well, some of the biggest things was like, I had never really, because I was in the military, so I didn't have to fill out a resume to get into the military. So when I was in it was the resume building, learning how to do a resume. I mean, I knew how to fill out a job application, but I felt I was pretty technical, but being gone almost 10 years, you don't get on a computer and learn all these things. So that was a lot of it, was like computer applications, learning how to use like Microsoft Word, and learning how to, I knew what email was, but learning how to email a document and attach it to the document to send it off for, sending out resumes, applications, and all those things. So a lot of it was just kind of those basic job skills, and just, a lot of job searching and learning how to do all of that online. That was a lot of what I learned. Well, I'm actually working at the Goodwill of the Heartland in Davenport, Iowa. I work for the Support Services Office. I'm an HVRP, which is the Homeless Veterans Reintegration Program, job coach. I go into the Goodwill stores in our area and train veterans on working in the stores, doing all their like payroll, paperwork, all these different types of things, and just kind of getting them back on track, kind of like when it was with me, when the guy I won't say his name, but the guy took me in the store, showed me how and it was just kind of a way to get me back to working again, and just showing me those things again. I would tell veterans just to don't give up. Don't give up. Have hope that, that there's your opportunity is going to come. You just have to be patient and know that it's there for you. You just have to want it. You have to really want it bad, because if you don't want it, it's never just going to come to you. I tell them all, and it's funny because I say a phrase that nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream, and that's what I tell them a lot. When I'm sitting there dealing with them, and I said, if you're sleeping, you're never going to see it happen. But when you're out there making it happen, it's gonna happen for you.